Have you ever arrived somewhere and instantly felt at home? That rare, magical feeling when the air itself seems to welcome you, and every sight feels like it's been waiting just for you to arrive? For me, that place is Mendoza, Argentina, a city that feels like a warm embrace from the moment you set foot here. Nestled against the mighty Andes, Mendoza is world famous for its Malbec wine, dark, delicious, and truly the soul of this region. The vineyards stretch for miles, painting the landscape in deep greens and purples, while the snow-capped mountains stand watch in the distance. Mendoza is more than a city. It's a feeling. It's the laughter that drifts on the breeze, the sense of belonging that settles in your bones, and the joy of sharing simple pleasures with friends old and new. Sun on your face, laughter over a meal, and wine that tells a story in every drop. Here, every meal is a celebration, and every glass of wine is a memory in the making. I'd heard about Mendoza for years. People raved about the food, the wine, the magic. They spoke of long afternoons under the sun, of flavors that linger, and of a hospitality that makes you feel like family. So I packed my bags, ready for adventure and a taste of that magic. I wanted to see if the stories were true, to discover what makes this place so unforgettable. I pictured endless vineyards, snow-capped peaks, and sunlit courtyards filled with clinking glasses. I imagined the golden light of late afternoon, the sound of glasses toasting, and the promise of new friendships. Mendoza invites you to slow down, savor the moment, and connect with what's real. Here, time seems to stretch, letting you truly appreciate every taste, every laugh, every view. Here, you're encouraged to taste your wine, enjoy your food, and truly meet the people. The winemakers share their stories, and every meal is a chance to connect with the land and its traditions. The city is beautiful, but the real treasure lies just outside, the bodegas or wineries waiting to welcome you. Each one has its own charm, its own story, and its own unique flavors to share. This isn't just about drinking wine, it's about experiencing a culture built around it. It's about learning the traditions, understanding the passion, and feeling the pride that goes into every bottle. The Andes provide water, the sun ripens the grapes, and generations of families pour their hearts into every bottle. It's a cycle of nature and nurture, of hard work and celebration. It's a recipe for happiness, and I was ready for my first sip. Come on, let's go. Let's raise a glass to Mendoza, to the good life, and to the memories waiting to be made. Scene transition, sweeping shots of vineyards and the Andes. Welcome to Mendoza, where every moment is a toast to the good life. Getting to Mendoza is part of the adventure. The journey itself sets the tone for what's to come, something slower, more intentional, and deeply connected to the land. You land at a small airport, step outside, and the air feels different, clean, dry, and sweet. There's a sense of anticipation in the breeze, as if the mountains themselves are welcoming you. The sun is warmer, the sky bluer, and soon you're driving past endless rows of grapevines. The landscape is painted in vibrant greens and golds, stretching as far as the eye can see. The landscape opens up, and the Andes rise in the distance, giants watching over the valley. Their snow-capped peaks glisten, a breathtaking backdrop to the vineyards below. The roads are lined with shady trees, sunlight flickering across your dashboard. Every turn reveals a new postcard-perfect scene, inviting you to slow down and take it all in. You pass colorful gardens, sleepy dogs, and small houses, a world away from city chaos. Life here feels simpler, more peaceful, and full of small joys. Arriving at your hotel, you're greeted with a smile and maybe even a glass of wine. The welcome is warm, genuine, and instantly puts you at ease. Hospitality here isn't just a business, it's a way of life. Locals take pride in sharing their traditions, their food, and their stories with visitors. I felt at home instantly, soaking in the quiet, the fresh air, and the view. There's a sense of calm that settles over you, making it easy to forget the outside world. Life in Mendoza has a rhythm, slow, deliberate, designed for enjoyment. Here, time seems to stretch, giving you permission to truly unwind. Long lunches, afternoon siestas, and no rush from one tourist spot to another. Meals are celebrations, and every gathering is an opportunity to connect. The real experience is in slowing down and savoring every moment. Whether it's a sip of Malbec or a quiet pause to admire the view, you learn to appreciate the present. My first evening, I wandered through a local park, listening to Spanish chatter and watching the sunset. The city glows with golden light and laughter drifts through the air. It was the perfect start. The promise of new experiences hung in the air, as the sky faded from gold to deep indigo. Scene transition, sunset over vineyards. Mendoza invites you to breathe, relax, and enjoy. Here, every day feels like a gentle invitation to live more fully. Quick montage, families and plazas, wine being poured. Let's explore together and discover the magic of this land of sun and wine. Why is Mendoza perfect for wine? It's all about the terroir, the unique combination of altitude, sun, and mountain-cooled nights. High altitudes mean intense sunlight, giving grapes deep flavors and color. Cool nights preserve acidity, keeping the wine fresh and balanced. Mendoza is a desert, so water comes from Andes snowmelt, channeled through ingenious irrigation. This balance of nature and human effort creates ideal conditions for winemaking. The vineyards are stunning, rows of green and purple stretching to the horizon, some vines decades old. Walking among them, you feel the sun, touch the leaves, and see grapes ready for harvest. Malbec is the star here, originally from France, but it found its true home in Mendoza. The wines are bold, smooth, and packed with dark fruit flavors. Other grapes grow here too, but Malbec reigns supreme. Every winery has its own way of expressing this amazing grape. To truly understand Mendoza's wine, you have to walk the vineyard, feel the crunch of earth beneath your feet, breathe in the crisp mountain air, and let the sun warm your face as you wander between the rows of vines. My first tour was at a family-run bodega, where Mateo, the owner, greeted me like an old friend, his handshake firm and his smile genuine. There's a warmth here that goes beyond hospitality. It's a sense of pride, of sharing something deeply personal. We strolled the vines as he explained how sunlight, soil, and careful pruning shape the grapes. Every vine, he said, tells a story of weather, of patience, of choices made through the seasons. Inside the winery, the air was cool and fragrant with fermenting grapes in oak barrels. The scent was rich and inviting, a promise of what was to come. Mateo showed me the tanks where grapes become wine, and the cellar where barrels rest and mature. Here, time slows down, and every barrel holds a secret, waiting to be revealed. He drew a sample straight from the barrel, a young, bold wine, full of promise. The color was deep, the aroma intense, hinting at the flavors still developing within. Then, the tasting, a lineup of bottles, each telling the story of a year, a harvest, a family's work. Each label was a chapter in the ongoing tale of Mendoza's winemaking tradition. Mateo taught me to look, swirl, sniff, and sip, discovering layers of flavor and history in every glass. He encouraged me to find the notes of plum, spice, and earth, and to savor the finish that lingered long after each sip. Each wine was a lesson in patience, passion, and place. It was as if the landscape itself had been bottled, ready to be uncorked and shared. The experience was more than tasting. It was connecting with the land and the people behind every bottle. Stories flowed as freely as the wine, and every conversation deepened my appreciation. Scene transition, clinking glasses, laughter. The joy of sharing wine, laughter, and stories made the moment unforgettable. In Mendoza, wine is a way of life. It's woven into every meal, every gathering, every celebration. Quick shots, hands pruning vines, barrels in the cellar. From the careful hands that tend the vines to the quiet patience of aging barrels, every step is part of the magic. Montage wine poured, smiles, vineyard views. Here, tasting wine is more than a ritual. It's an invitation to experience Mendoza's heart and soul, one glass at a time. Malbec is the star of Mendoza, deep, inky, and velvet smooth. The aroma is a bouquet of blackberries, plums, violets, and hints of vanilla and chocolate. The first sip is unforgettable, lush, full-bodied with silky tannins and layers of fruit and spice. It's powerful, yet so easy to drink. But the experience is more than just the wine. It's the sight of endless vineyards against the Andes, the sound of wind in the vines, and the warmth of the sun. The smells, earthy soil, floral roses, and the smoky aroma of an Argentine asado fill the air. Every sense is engaged, making you feel truly alive. Mendoza is a feast for the senses, and Malbec is just the beginning. Scene transition, asado grilling, glasses raised. Here, every meal, every glass is a celebration. Quick shots, food, laughter, mountain views. This is living. After a few days, you realize Mendoza isn't just about wine, it's about connection. You're welcomed as a guest, not just a tourist. Sharing a meal at a winery is an event, long, leisurely, and full of laughter. Even if you don't speak the language, you connect through food, wine, and genuine hospitality. Walking the vineyards, you see the wine as an expression of the land and the people who tend it. Every sip is a taste of sunshine, mountain water, and hard work. Mendoza's warmth makes it easy to feel at home. Rent a bike, take a cooking class, or just sit in a plaza and watch the world go by. Here, you're invited to be part of the community, and when you leave, a piece of your heart stays behind. Scene transition, sunset over vineyards, friends at a table. Travel is about discovery, of the world and of yourself. Mendoza taught me the value of passion, patience, and connection to the earth. Watching winemakers pour their hearts into every bottle inspired me to slow down and savor the process. Life here follows the rhythm of the vineyard: growth, patience, and reward. One evening, I sat on a porch as the sun set behind the Andes, glass in hand, feeling pure gratitude. Mendoza gives you space to breathe, think, and feel. It reminds you of what truly matters: nature's beauty, sharing meals, and creating with your own hands. It nourishes the soul as much as the palate. Scene transition, golden hour, quiet reflection. That's the real magic of Mendoza. Quick shots, winemakers at work, peaceful landscapes. It's a lesson I'll never forget. Montage smiles, toasts, sunsets. As I remember Mendoza, I want you to experience it too. This is your invitation. Go and discover this incredible place for yourself. Picture yourself cycling through vineyards, tasting Malbec, and watching the Andes glow at sunset. You don't need to be a wine expert. Just bring curiosity and an open mind. Mendoza is about food, landscapes, and people as much as wine. It's an adventure for all your senses. Start dreaming about your own Mendoza journey. Maybe even try a bottle of Argentine Malbec at home to get in the mood. Life is too short not to experience places like this. Mendoza is more than a destination. It's a feeling of joy and connection, and it's waiting for you. My journey to Mendoza filled me with warmth, happiness, and unforgettable memories. The faces, the wine, the Andes, these are the souvenirs that matter. Mendoza celebrates life's simple pleasures and reminds us to savor every moment. I went to feed myself and ended up feeding my soul. So, what are you waiting for? The world is a beautiful book. Go write your own Mendoza chapter. Find your perfect moment, your favorite winery, your glass of magic. Make friends who feel like family and stand in awe of the mountains. It's an adventure that will change you. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now it's your turn. Pack your bags, book that ticket, and raise a glass of Malbec for me. Cheers to adventure, new friends, and the magic of Mendoza. Salud.